There are few mysteries in North America more enduring than that of the Lost Colony of Roanoke. This English settlement on the outer banks of what is now North Carolina was established in 1585. In recent years, archaeologists have uncovered new evidence that may finally put these questions to rest, and was intended to be a part of a greater English effort to colonize the New World. But when the English returned to the island a few years later, they found it completely deserted. All that remained was the word CROATOAN carved into a post, which only deepened the mystery of what had become of the settlers. This group was led by John White, who would later become the governor of the colony. But when the supply ship arrived, it found that the fort was empty. The only clue as to what had happened was the word CROATOAN carved into a post. They uncovered a number of artifacts, including pieces of pottery, glass, and metal. But perhaps most intriguing were the animal bones. These findings suggested that the settlers had been under attack from hostile forces. Archaeologists found the remains of animals that had not been present in the area when the colony was first established, such as pigs, cattle, and sheep. While it's not known exactly what happened to them, the evidence suggests that they were likely killed in a violent attack. The settlers had a long history of conflict with the natives, and there had been tensions over land rights and other issues. For example, why were the bodies buried in a shallow pit? And what happened to the rest of the settlers? Despite these unanswered questions, the archaeological evidence provides us with a much clearer picture of what happened to the lost colony. They did not simply vanish into thin air. Instead, they were likely killed in a violent attack, possibly at the hands of the native Algonquin people. Their story may be a sad one, but it is a story that needed to be told. The Lost Colony of Roanoke is an important part of American history, and the story of the settlers should not be forgotten. It is possible that the attack was carried out by a group of angry natives who felt that the settlers were encroaching on their territory. This is supported by the fact that the bodies were found in a mass grave, as well as the presence of weapons and other evidence of a struggle. The bodies had been buried in a shallow pit and were surrounded by a number of personal belongings, such as clothing, jewelry, and tools. The team believes that the bodies may have been those of the lost colony settlers, but they were unable to say for certain, because none of the bodies could be fully excavated. This suggested that the settlers had been raising these animals for food. Historians have long debated what happened to the colony, with theories ranging from the settlers' absorption into Native American tribes to their violent suppression by the Spanish. Hello, and welcome to this channel. Today, we'll see what really happened to the lost colony of Roanoke. The Roanoke colony was established in 1585 on an island off the coast of present-day North Carolina. Its location, known as the Outer Banks, is a string of low-lying barrier islands that stretch for over 200 miles along the Atlantic coast. Within a year, the settlers had nearly all died due to a combination of disease and conflict with the native Algonquin people. The colony was then briefly occupied by the Spanish before being abandoned again. The colony was originally named for Roanoke Island, the largest of the barrier islands, but came to be known simply as the Lost Colony. The first English colony in North America was established at Roanoke in 1585, but it was short-lived. In 1590, an English ship arrived carrying 115 colonists, including women and children, who were intended to serve as wives for the men already there. A search was conducted, but no trace of the colonists could be found. Theories as to what happened to them abound. Some believed that they had been absorbed into the local Native American tribes. Others thought they may have been killed by the Spanish, who had a long history of slaughtering English settlers. Still, others believed that the settlers simply abandoned the colony and moved away. The mystery remained unsolved until recently, when archaeologists uncovered new evidence that may finally shed light on what happened to the lost colony. Between 2012 and 2015, archaeologists conducted excavations at the site of the former colony. In addition, the team found evidence that the settlers had been living in a state of constant fear, such as arrowheads and spear points that had been used as projectiles. Finally, the archaeologists uncovered a mass grave containing the bodies of at least 3 men, 1 woman, and 3 children. These new discoveries have helped to solve one of the biggest mysteries surrounding the lost colony, the whereabouts of the settlers themselves. Who carried out the attack is still unknown, but the most likely culprits are the native Algonquin people. Though the mystery of the lost colony has largely been solved, there are still some unanswered questions. Thanks you for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel for more video.